I was like, nobody will never talk about Mia X. Like, when it come to like female rappers, you know, like they always talk about like Queen Latifah, MC Lyte or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Lil' Kim. I was like, but them niggas leave out in Mia X all the fucking time. Like, she can't fucking rap. I'm like, Mia X can rap for real. My name is Lindsay Anderson, and I am a mental health advocate. I run a website called Consciously Coping. It's a site that is dedicated to African Americans in regards to mental illness, mental health resources, and just any topic kind of in the mental health like family. I of course live with 3 mental illnesses. I've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, bipolar disorder type 2, as well as generalized anxiety disorder, starting back from the age of 12. So since like before everybody was in the mental health and everything was, let's figure out a way to make it better. So I've been doing this for a long time, 20 plus years, in and out of therapy, in and out of mental health facilities. I've seen like mental health facilities go from being really horrible to being really good, having different forms of like therapy, from art therapy to just traditional therapy, having peer groups, actually having a plan when you get out of therapy. So I've been kind of through like the whole entire ringer of it. So it's been a struggle, but now I'm on kind of the outside of it. So even though I'm doing much better, it's just me managing it. I haven't cured it per se, but I'm able to manage and kind of get through the day with like what I've learned kind of thus far. So I like to do art, which is something that helps a lot. So that's one way that I cope, just a positive coping mechanism. So I love to do art, I love to write, I love music, I love to play music, I love to dance to music, anything kind of with music. So I'm more on the like creative side when it comes to my coping mechanisms. As far as like just some standard traditional coping mechanisms, I just try to make sure, you know, that I'm eating healthy, make sure I get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I try to make sure I set a schedule as far as going to sleep on time, going the same exact sleep pattern. Try to quit drinking alcohol, or minimize as much alcohol as I intake. And just kind of be aware. Like, I think with me, the most thing is like being aware of noticing like what's changing and trying to catch it in time to where it doesn't go off the rails and I have to go, you know, back to the hospital. So I have a lot of coping mechanisms, and those are the ones, like I said, that work. Just, I know like, okay, I can do this, I can draw, and my anxiety is going to definitely decrease. Or if I'm feeling, you know, a little more depressed, making myself take a shower, or making myself take a walk, or like just, even if it's walk to the door, just doing something to kind of help me get through just that little difficult time. Ooh, that's a lot of those. So one of my favorite artists, every time I say this, people are like, I can't believe it. So one of my favorite artists is Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton like to death. Like, play Dolly Parton in the car, like bump it, like clean up to it. Dolly Parton is a great artist. Like, she has written over 10,000 songs. She's had, I think it's like 1,500 songs to be like redone by rap artists. Like, literally like every rap artist you can think of, from Master P to Kanye West to Snoop Dogg, like they have all literally sampled her songs. Of course, we know she wrote what I Will Always Love You, that Whitney Houston song, and she performed it herself. But I love Dolly Parton. Like, I don't know, she's just funny to me. Like, I don't know, she's cool, she's funny, she can sing, like, and I don't really like country music, but I love Dolly Parton. So yes, that's one of the artists that, yeah. A lot of people don't know that either. The most impressive thing The most impressive thing I know how to do is I know how to play 5 instruments. So I play the flute, piccolo, oboe, the piano, a little bit of saxophone. To me that's impressive because I don't know anybody who can really play one instrument that well. So I think that's pretty tight. Like, I've been doing this since the 2nd grade, so, and I still play my flute, honestly. Still play my flute, still play the piccolo, still kind of help out with like band or anything like that. So I think that's pretty cool. For the who, years ago you could have asked me this and I would have thought of somebody else, but the most important right now in my life is myself. And I know that sounds crazy and selfish, but myself, but taking care of myself and putting myself first and like trying to make sure that I'm doing well, to me that's like nobody's more important than that. I mean, I have a child, but to say he's more important than myself, I wouldn't be able to take care of him if I couldn't take care of myself. So right now I'm the focus. Like, I gotta make sure spiritually, emotionally, physically, like all of that kind of lines up, and other people can kind of fall in order. What is the most like important to me right now? It's just continuing to do the mental health work, like really trying to stay focused and stay educated, learn new things, learn new resources, learn new tips, get familiar with new terminology, read the new DSM-5, just trying to stay like abreast on like all the information. So to me that's like the most important, because that's just what I do on a daily basis. So if I don't know my information, then I can't help the people that I'm trying to help, because I'm not trying to help myself with this information per se. I'm trying to help other people, so I have to make sure that it's accurate, at all times. Food. I like to eat. I love food. I like watching food shows. I like going grocery shopping. I can grocery shop every day, all day long. I like trying new food. Anything new come out and I taste it, like I'm like, yes. I love going to like Whole Food and doing the sample taste. Like, it doesn't matter. I can go to anybody's house, try something new. I try to create it. Like, I love to eat. I can eat food all day long. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. My favorite, I guess, go-to, like all the time, I love steak. I eat steak all day. I like steak medium rare. I don't like it rare, but medium rare is good. I don't like little cheap steak. I don't like T-bone. Like, I like real good, like steak with fat and good, juicy. Like, I love steak. Steak anything, it don't matter. Steak strips, kebab, steak sandwich, it don't matter. Cube steak, like, I just like steak. I do. Nobody believe me either. I just had steak today. But I just had, I love steak. That's a good question. Something great that I've done. I mean, maybe I guess I can say like web design. So like I'm doing that behind the scenes. Of course nobody is seeing that. They see like the after product, you know what I'm saying? So, they get to see like the end of it. So working on it, like when I'm doing it, and then maybe I'll figure something out, or a lot of times, because I teach myself web design. I'm not, like, I'm self-taught. So I guess for me that would be like, hey, I figured this out. Like, oh, I figured out how to do, this graphic on this website, or I feel how to build my own, logo on this, using this tool. So, and that's something, to me, I guess that's great. Like, I kind of figured out how to do that with Consciously Coping, like how to make my website, make my own logo, and did it all behind the scenes, and then kind of was able to showcase it to like everybody. I think what's on my heart right now, so my mom's best friend died yesterday, which sounds like crazy to me when I think about it. And I know lately, like for me, I've been staying away from friends and staying away from people. A few months ago I was at work and I became paralyzed. That's just the biggest symptom, and it's a neurological disorder slash psychological, and the psychiatrist actually said, these like type of people get this disorder. Either you're in the military, policeman, or you're the type of person who kind of always does stuff for like everybody. You're the go-to person. You're always giving people money. You're always putting people before yourself. And they usually have, they get this disorder. And so what I internalize that as is, oh, I need to stay away from people. So like for the last like 5 months, I've literally like not been calling people, like haven't talked to people. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to go anywhere. I just kind of stay home, watch TV, go to class, come home. You know, I'm just kind of like secluding myself. And so I think like yesterday when my mom was like, oh, her friend, she's like, and we were going to see her next weekend. Like we literally were going to drive there and visit her because she was sick. And my mom was like, I've been wanting to go see her. And I was like, okay, girl, we planned the trip. And she died yesterday. And so, like, I just been thinking, like, all day, I'm just like, man, like, am I being selfish? Like, not wanting to see my friends and hang out and, like, be in contact? Or should I, like, I mean, life is short. Learn how to balance trying to do everything for everybody. And learn how to say no. You can still, you know what I'm saying, still have that balance and still, like, be friends. Like, you can't cut yourself off from the world. So that's been on my heart lately, like especially after yesterday, just thinking about like, man, like what if my friends die? You haven't talked to some of them in like 3 months, and these are people that I've known for like 15 years and talk to at least once every week. So to not talk to them for 3-4 months when you talk to them 4 times a month, I was like, maybe I need to kind of rethink what I'm doing. So that's been on my heart.
Going down, Master P got